Okay guys, I wanted to do a little video on something that I seen, well, something that a good friend of mine, Angel Boo, sent me. Now my Epson 15,000 is down, but I have this one here where it works just fine. It acts up, but it works just fine. This is the 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper. This is, of course, 13 by 19, but it's down. And I want to do an Eco Solvent image. So I uploaded the image, sized it to the size I wanted it for my shirt. And then I did a crop. I did a slice and cut where I cropped the image out and then I cut it. So I already cut the image. You know how you do the cuts or whatever. You put the block over the image, highlight the whole thing, and then do slice, and it slices and cut it. Just so I can show y'all, I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna go back just for those who don't know. Let me go back. I'm gonna do it. Now, what I did was the square I brought in is for my 8.5 by 11 size sheet of paper. Okay, so the image is back together. Well, let me go back. Okay, now what I did was the images is one. You see it's one. It's moving around. It's sized to the size I wanted. 9.5 by 11. That's the size I'm gonna make it for the shirt that I'm making. Okay, so I brought in a square. I went over here to shapes, tapped on the square, brought in a square. Now I sized the square to 8.5 by 11, as y'all can see. So what I do is I move the square covering half the image where I want it to. I'm sorry. And then I'm gonna crop. I'm gonna highlight the whole thing. And then I'm gonna slice. And I slice the image. As you can see, it sliced the girl out. What's her name? Bam Bam. It sliced her out. And there you have it. She sliced. So I'm going to get rid of these because I don't need them. Get rid of this one. I don't need it. Now I have my two images that I am going to print out on Eco Solvent paper. So now that I have them, I'm going to print them out. Stay tuned for the print, because I'm not going to print and cut in my Cricut. I'm going to print and cut in my solos. As a matter of fact, let me show y'all how I'm going to save it. So I'm going to move him over. I'm going to bring her in. I'm going to bring my square in. I'm going to select the square. I'm going to stretch it out so it cover her. And then I'm going to go up here and I'm going to highlight it white. And then I'm going to highlight it again and arrange it to the back, send it to the back, so that it's behind her, so that she's in the middle. And then what I am going to do, I am going to hit Control Shift 3. I'm going to screenshot it, then I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to crop it. I'm going to crop it at the corners. Crop it down so it'll just be like a PNG image of her, because I want to cut this in my solo. So I'm going to crop it. I'm going to hit done. I am finished with her, and I'm going to do the same thing with him. Move her over. Move her over. Put the square behind him. Let's move the square over and then move him over on top of the square, because we want to crop it out anyway. Then I'm going to hit Command Shift 3. Screenshot it. Bring it up. Crop it so that it's just him. And then I'm going to hit done so that I will have just him. So now that I have my images cropped, stay tuned for the next video. Okay, so now I have my Photoshop open. Why? Because I'm going to upload the images to Photoshop, so they were saved as screenshots on my desktop. I went and moved them to my picture file, open up my picture file, drag her over, bring her in, and then I'm going to remove the background in Photoshop. I'm going to stretch her out because I want her kind of big. And then I'm going to remove the background in Photoshop. Now, of course, I'm going to lose a little bit of the sizing, but I'm going to show y'all how I'm going to resize it when I go over to create. I know this is a lot for people that does not have a big printer to print Eco Solvent, but we're going to get through this. Alright, so now I'm going to rasterize this layer so that I can make adjustments to it. I already have my magic wand selected. I'm just going to highlight so it can remove the background, and I'm going to hit delete. So now I have a picture of, what is this? Is this Bam Bam? Which one is this? With the background removed. So that is done. So now I am going to save it as a PNG. And I am going to do the same exact thing for the boy. I'm going to just say girl PNG. I'm going to just say girl PNG. Save. Now I'm going to turn her off because I'm going to use the same layer. And I'm going to open up my photos and I'm going to grab the boy. And I'm going to drag and drop him. I'm going to stretch him out. I'm going to hit the check. Click on that layer, bring up that box, rasterize layer, select my magic wand, highlight them, delete, remove the background, and I got a little bit of background right there, so I'm going to zoom in and remove that background right there. So I'm going to zoom in, select that background, delete. Oh, no, we don't want to do that. So I'm going to hit Command Z to bring them back. I just want to remove this little bit of background right here. And I see the plus sign on there. That's all right. I just want to see if this works. Y'all see how I saved it with the plus sign on there? That's all right. I just want to see if this works. Okay, I'm going to hit my move tool to release it. And then I'm going to go up here to File, Export, Quick PNG, and then I'm going to do Boy PNG. What's going on now? And stay tuned for the second part. Okay, now guys, I am in my Create software. I uploaded both images. Now I am going to size them and print them on my Eco Solvent printer. Now I could have saved time and cut and print these. I'm gonna print and cut these with my Cricut, but I just rather use my Solo, so I needed to do it in my StarCraft Create software. So that's why I removed the background, saved it as a PNG, and then uploaded to this program. Okay, so I have the young lady in here. I'm going to size her down. Now I'm doing it on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper because that's the size my printer print out. So I'm sizing her up. Over here I got her height and her width. I'm going to make her width 4.5. Remember, because I have another guide, another part that I'm attaching to her. So altogether 4.5 and 4.5 for him, which will be 9 inches wide. And then I'm gonna do 10. If I can do 10, which I can't because it brings my registration marks outside of my paper, which y'all see my print border. So I'm gonna slide her up till I get the registration marks in. Okay, that's cool right there. So we at 8.8. So I'm gonna just make it an even 8.8 so that I can remember 8.8. And then hit enter. Okay, so now I am going to print my girl. Her registration marks is in. I got my width 4.5 and my height 8.8. So now we're going to print her, and then we're going to do the same exact thing for the boy. Stay tuned for the next step. Okay, as y'all see, I have my girl printed all out. I have her on my cut board ready to go with my Solo. I'm going to position the needle where it needs to be. You just have to get the needle as close as possible to on the registration mark, or the corner of the registration mark. I'm gonna slow it down. I have to slow it down so we can get there. Alright. Okay, now that I have it positioned, I am going to start scanning and cut her. Now let's see how this works. And then we'll do the same thing with the boy. So you print and then you scan and then cut, and then I'm gonna do the boy. Same thing with the boy, same size, print, scan, and cut. So that's it. Like the first and second mark picked up. The third mark. And the fourth mark. Now, once we have both images printed out and cut, we are going to put them together like how we do the all over shirts. Y'all see, I'm gonna show y'all because I'm a video record the whole process to show you guys. But stay tuned. I'm gonna print her, cut her. As you can see, I'm cutting her. I'm gonna do the same thing with the boy. I'm gonna print him and cut him. Then I'll get right back to you guys. So stay tuned for the next step. Okay guys, now that I have my two images both printed and cut, and I weeded them out, I'm going to put them together. What I did was I cut this in as close as possible where her arm, where I cropped and cut her arm. And as you can see right here, her arm is cropped and cut. Now, I am doing this Eco Solvent transfer. My color is not the best I can see, but I'm just doing this with an 8.5 by 11 printer to see how it comes out. So first and foremost, I am going to put some heat transfer tape along here, along the back side, so that I could put the two images together as one. And then I'm gonna weed it. I'm gonna mask it, I'm sorry. Remember, I'm using an 8.5 by 11 printer. I measured the images. The images are the same side and height and width. Now what I am going to do is take them together how I would do my all over shirts. I'm going to take these together as close as possible, where it lines right on up. And remember, this is just trial and error because my printer is not working. My 15,000 something is going on with it. I got to get it fixed. Probably buy a new printer. I don't know. I take the images together, together as one, and I'm gonna weed them. And I'm gonna put another piece of tape on here just to hold it together as I mask it. Okay. I'm gonna have to put it on here. Don't mind me, guys. I'm tripping a little bit. Now, when I mask it, I'm going to take one large piece of transfer tape and do it. So that this would be a nice size image on the shirt for me. You see, as I put it together, it's a nice size image. So I'm going to take one large piece of transfer tape. I have my transfer, my roll here. I'm finished with the heat tape. Okay, I have my transfer tape. It's a little bigger than what I need, but it'll do. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer the image onto the pressing sheet. Okay guys, I forgot to turn the camera back on, but I already started weeding my image off of the transfer tape. Off of the backing onto the transfer tape, guys. Don't mind me. I didn't leave it on long enough. Of course I didn't, because I'm trying to hurry up and show you guys how to do this. And this is my first time trying this. But Okay guys, as we wait for the heat press to heat up, I have my image cut, print cut, weeded, mask, everything. Now, if you guys are doing it, I suggest you overlap the image a little bit. As you can see a little bit, you see where the line at between the arm, I'm at the arm, but let's see how it turns out when we press it. I'm waiting for my heat press to warm up now. Yeah, as y'all can see in the process, I just tape the images together like I would do my all over shirts to give me one big image using a 8.5 by 11 Eco Solvent printer. I cropped and cut the image. I'm waiting for the heat press to warm up a little bit so I can pre-press the garment and press the image as one onto the garment and see how it comes out. Stay tuned. Okay guys, our heat press is heated up. It's warmed up. I'm going to press this for 15 seconds at 300 degrees. Place it on my shirt. Sorry guys, let me turn y'all around so y'all can see. Place it where I want on my shirt. So far so good guys, so far so good. I see a little white spot that I forgot to take out in the background, but that's okay. So far so good. Okay, now that I have my image placed where I wanted it on my shirt, my heat press is ready to go. We are going to press for 15 seconds. See how this comes out. Okay, so let's see. This is a hot pill. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Now we're gonna press it again for a few more seconds, like just five more seconds, get the little pieces to lay down. It was trying to come up when I was just peeling. A few more seconds. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all for an image that is put together for Eco Solvent. Like I said, I would just overlap it. Let me show the camera. I would just overlap it a little bit. Let me show you. Like how you do the all over shirts, if you know how to do the all over shirts, I would just overlap it a little bit to give it an overlap so that the heat can melt that together. But other than that, it's not bad at all. Not bad. Not bad for two images put together, used to print on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So let me know what y'all think about this, guys. Do y'all think we still need a big printer to print? We need a 13 by 19 size, the 15,000 Epson equal tank to print, or can we use an 8.5 by 11? Your girl just tested it out and I think it can be done.